They said it couldn't happen. They said it would never happen. For over a decade, we knew the ritual. We waited for September. We waited for the keynote, the one golden quarter where Apple dropped their biggest bombs. But that timeline? It's dead. Right now, a vault of information, so sensitive it could fundamentally shift the entire tech landscape, has been cracked. We aren't talking about a new color for the iPhone. We're talking about a change in strategy. A radical split in the release calendar. The kind of move that Samsung has been begging for. And the absolute first move in this new era, the first Apple event of 2026, is what we're breaking down right now. Forget everything you think you know about the Apple roadmap, because we have the leaks, the whispers, and the concrete evidence that confirms, Apple is preparing for a year-round siege. This is the 30-minute deep dive into the leaks you absolutely cannot ignore. What's coming first? What's delayed? And most importantly, is the new, cheaper iPhone the reason for the end of the September tradition? Stick around, because by the time we're done, you'll know exactly which of your devices you need to stop buying right now. The calendar cataclysm, why the launch is split. The first, most crucial leak isn't about a product, it's about the schedule. For years, Apple has choked its own pipeline, cramming Macs, watches, and 3 or 4 new iPhones into one manic September. But the 2024 launch of their ambitious AI efforts proved it, the clockwork system is broken. The pressure is too high. So, in 2026, the year of their new dawn, Apple is finally splitting the release cycle in two. The fall event is reserved for the Pro models and a certain highly anticipated new category. The first event of 2026, this mysterious spring launch, is for the mainstream. This event is Apple's new answer to the mid-range market. It's their power play against every Android budget phone, and it all revolves around one device that's been begging for a facelift, the iPhone 17e. Leak 1, the iPhone 17e, the new budget king. We've seen the D models before, the cheaper siblings that felt like an afterthought. But the 17e is different. This is Apple finally taking the mid-range seriously. Imagine this, you get the stunning, high-contrast, OLED display, no more compromises with LCD. You get the dynamic island, the one feature that actually defines a modern iPhone, finally trickling down to the masses. The chip inside? It's rumored to be the A19, the previous generation flagship processor. In other words, this isn't a budget phone, it's last year's flagship power at an unbelievable price point. Apple is giving the mainstream customer almost everything they want, at a price they can stomach. Why? Because by giving the iPhone 17e this kind of love in March or April, they keep their user base happy, generate massive revenue, and clear the decks entirely for the real groundbreaking tech coming later in the year. The 17e is the Trojan horse for Apple's year-round dominance. Leak 2, Macs and the M5 revolution. The spring event isn't just about the phone. It's the traditional home of the Mac and iPad, and 2026 is seeing a quiet, but deadly, upgrade to the entire computer lineup. We are officially entering the M5 generation. The first devices to get it? The MacBook Air and the low-cost MacBook. The MacBook Air is already one of the best-selling laptops on the planet. With the M5 chip, we're talking about next-level efficiency, even better battery life, and a performance leap that will embarrass most high-end Windows machines. But the low-cost MacBook is the real story here. Apple is targeting the sub-$1,000 market. Think of it as the ultimate student machine, an answer to the threat of cheap, AI-powered Chromebooks. This is a new chip, a new lineup, and a clear signal. If you've been waiting to upgrade your older M1 or even Intel Mac, this spring event will introduce the first pieces of the system you'll be using for the next 5 years. Leak 3, the iPad's identity crisis solved. Let's be honest, the iPad lineup is a mess. How many versions of the iPad Air do we need? The 2026 event will start the clear up, giving a significant, and necessary, boost to the non-Pro models. The entry-level iPad is getting a huge chip jump, making it a viable machine for far more than just Netflix. But the iPad Air? That's the one to watch. Rumors suggest it's getting the M4 chip. Yes, that's right, the chip that debuted in the previous year's Pro model. Apple is injecting true Pro power into the Air. Why the M4? Because the M5 chip will be reserved for the next generation of the Pro lineup, and the Air needs to deliver a compelling value proposition right now. This is a massive win for students, artists, and anyone who wants a tablet that can genuinely replace a laptop without paying for the Pro moniker. The silent revolution, smart home and AI. Beyond the big three, the iPhone, the Mac, and the iPad, Apple is quietly building a new category. The smart home has always been a weakness, but in 2026, we see the first true hardware designed to conquer it. Leaks point to two significant devices debuting at this early event. The smart speaker with a display, this is Apple's true Echo Show competitor. It will be deeply integrated with Siri, Calendar, and maybe, just maybe, feature a vastly improved, contextual, and actually useful version of Apple Intelligence. This device sits at the heart of your home, not just playing music, but managing your day and visually displaying your life. The wall-mounted smart screen, think of a permanently installed, giant iPad dedicated to HomeKit. This is the central command center for every light, lock, and thermostat. It's a beautifully designed piece of futuristic tech that finally gives HomeKit the physical interface it needs to compete with Google and Amazon. This isn't just incremental change. This is the company putting a physical foundation down for the massive AI push they've been promising. The hardware is the canvas for the smarter Siri. The hook that pulls you to September. Now, we need to circle back to the most critical part of this split launch, the strategy. By giving the world the affordable, powerful iPhone 17e, the new M5 Max, and the M4 powered iPads in the spring, Apple achieves three things. They spread the revenue. They avoid the annual stock market dip between January and August. They dominate the news cycle. Their competitors get just a few months of peace before Apple rolls out the next wave. They set a new expectation. Because every single amazing product in this spring event, the 17e, the M5 Air, the M4 iPad, is designed to be a compelling distraction from what's being reserved for the fall event. And what's being reserved for September 2026? The iPhone 18 Pro. The iPhone 18 Pro Max. And the one device, the one impossible dream, that will make history, the foldable iPhone. The spring event sets the table. It cleans up the lineup and delivers value. It gets you comfortable. But the fall event? That's where Apple finally attempts to rewrite the smartphone rulebook. So, here's your takeaway. The first Apple event of 2026 is a massive, market-defining moment, a testament to a company realizing they can't stand still. The iPhone 17e is coming for your wallet, the M5 Max are coming for your desk, and the new smart home hardware is coming for your walls. It's an event of volume, of value, and of a completely new strategy. The subtle heartbeat rhythm fades slightly louder. But before you click away, before you rush to upgrade your current device, remember this: the spring launch is the bait. The fall launch, with under-display cameras, a completely new iPhone size, and the folding glass Apple has spent a decade perfecting, is the hook. Which means you have a choice to make. Do you upgrade to the incredible value of the 17e this spring? Or do you wait for the truly revolutionary, history-making tech that will arrive 6 months later? The leaks for the September event are already starting to pile up, and they are even more mind-blowing than what we just covered. The heartbeat rhythm slowly fades out. If you want to know the full story of the iPhone 18 Pro's solid-state buttons and how Apple is finally going to kill the dynamic island for good, hit that subscribe button. I'll be releasing the next deep dive next week. In the meantime, let me know in the comments, iPhone 17e this spring, or wait for the foldable this fall. We'll see you in the next one.